You're watching Cary TV.
Hello, I'm Mayor Harold Weinbrecht.
And I'm District B Representative on the Cary Town Council, Don Frantz, and this is Cary Matters. We created this program to help keep you informed about issues that council members are working on for our community.
That's right, and last month the council and the staff met at the coast to hold our annual two-day meeting, commonly referred to as a retreat. Of course, when I think of a retreat, I think of rest and relaxation, but the council staff retreats are a little bit different. Our retreat is a time when the council and staff reflect on what has happened during the past year and focus on setting direction for the current and future community needs. And since we just finished the retreat, I thought it'd be a good idea to spend this episode giving everyone a brief summary since it's fresh in our minds. So what do you think?
Sounds like a plan.
Okay, so why don't you start and tell everybody what we talked about.
Oh, so you want to talk about the retreat, but I get to start talking
That's
about it.
right.
Okay, cool. Well, we actually talked about everything from Imagine Cary growing pains to council staff collaboration and even stormwater runoff, something very important in our community right now. All the topics and the discussion during the 2 days were tied back to an overall theme, and that is what makes us different than other communities, what makes us better, how is that important, and how we prepare for and adapt for the challenges that lie ahead. The first day was mostly reflection and a high-level discussions, and the second day was more about specific current issues.
Yep. And so I'll start talking about day one. In our morning presentation, Dr. John Nalbanyan from the University of Kansas facilitated a discussion about bridging the gap between politics and the public administration profession. He tied these concepts to the work and values of elected officials versus those of staff and even citizens. He affirmed many of the things we're already doing, such as the council's willingness to address difficult policy problems, the council building capacity to work effectively with each other, and the council's productive relationship with staff. He explained that the role of the governing body is community building, and that there are 4 political values tied to that role: representation, efficiency, individual rights, and social equity.
Absolutely. Our next session was a reflection on the past year of changes, including challenges and successes. Council and staff reflected on things that surprised us last year, like whether we have seen a change in collaboration or changes what we struggled with during the year. Day 2 was more focused on what is going on in the community in our specific local government.
That's right. And day 2 included the most anticipated discussion of the retreat: stormwater, big issue. We found out that stormwater issues are growing exponentially across the country, and that fixing stormwater issues usually costs millions of dollars, and typically those fixes are only temporary. As a result, we decided to take a long-term strategic approach using a community-centric model, something that the staff has recently experimented with in Cary, and something that was well received by the citizens who attended that session of the retreat.
That's right. Our staff created a working group of Cary experts and impacted citizens as part of a pilot program to predictively model the impacts of stormwater, starting with the Walnut Creek Basin, one of the older areas of town that experiences some significant flooding. And then once that model has been calibrated and fine-tuned, then our staff will create similar models for other basins and drainage areas throughout Cary. And it's important that citizens and our community and our staff are all working together to solve these ongoing stormwater issues.
Amen to that. And while this pilot program is ongoing, the council took action by creating a maintenance program for our stormwater pipes. Council approved the purchase of a jetback truck with cameras normally used in wastewater pipes just for stormwater to help keep those pipes clean. The staff showed us a picture at the retreat that was really amazing of a storm drain that was clean. Inside that drain, they found 3 basketballs, 2 footballs, a baseball bat, and a tree trunk.
and a partridge in a pear tree.
God, that's enough to have sports forever.
It was a pretty amazing picture, but you know, life happens. Well, other topics that we talked about at the retreat included Imagine Cary growing pains, we talked about the latest quarterly report, and even took care of a few housekeeping items. Stuff that we're running out of time to talk about, unfortunately. But, well, that's it for this edition of Cary Matters. Your time's important, and we hope that what we've shared has been valuable to you as we work to bring you closer to your government.
So let us know what matters to you, and maybe we'll talk about it on an upcoming episode. Until then, thanks for watching Cary Matters, and thanks for choosing to call Cary home.
You're watching Cary TV.